What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Katrina Marie, and we are here to do one of these cover interviews. Like, listen, I love this lady right here. She is one of the most powerful yet humble people that I have ever met. And y'all know y'all met people that's got power or got position or say they got position and they act like they don't know you. Not this one right here. This baby got power, position, and she's polite sometimes. Can y'all welcome my girl, my boo, Ebony Austin? Y'all clap it up for Ebony. Hi, Ebony.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. I'm so glad and so ecstatic to have you on the cover. First of all, thank you so much for agreeing to be on the Power 25 cover of Love and Life magazine, Love and Lifestyle magazine. It is my honor to be able to have you. Your resume speaks for itself. And so to have you on the cover, baby, it is going to be amazing. Yes, it is.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
Before we get into the interview, can I tell you, baby, how stunning those pictures are? They are everything.
Oh, I can't wait to see them. I know. Listen, you had the
They are
team
so
ready to go.
everything.
It was an amazing shoot. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And thank you for
I'm
being,
excited.
easy with it. Yes. Thank you for being easy with it. Thank you for going with the flow. Even when you didn't want your hair to be a certain way, you went with it. You went with it.
Did only for you. Only for you. I cut up at those shoots with my hair, but only for you. I was like, this is my sister.
Well,
I gotta
thank you so
cooperate.
much.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to work. Let's get into this interview. So you have built an
Yes, ma'am.
impressive, and I mean an impressive empire with both your Nouveaux,
Thank
one in
you.
Jonesboro, the other one in College Park. You've helped other people build restaurants. You have the Nouveau Nord in Dallas. I mean, I just want to talk
Yes.
about what was the original vision behind the first venue. Like, what was the vision when you decided to open up these restaurants?
Absolutely. I wanted to be the Black version of Cheers. I watched Cheers
Girl,
growing up,
stop.
so I literally wanted to be the Black version of Cheers. That was my vision. And so I put my vision in place and put it in alignment with God's plan, and we came up with Nouveau, and it's like Cheers with a twist. So that's who we are, and that was the initial vision for the restaurant.
And everybody loved Cheers. If you grew up when we grew up, you loved
Everybody
Cheers. You
loved
loved
Cheers.
walking in the bar where everybody knows your name.
Yep,
That was
that part.
really the thing. And honestly, when you walk into your restaurant, everybody knows your name. Like, people remember you when you
Yeah.
come in. I always have that experience.
Yes, yes. We're like Cheers at all of our locations. So I think we just figured out how to get in alignment with God's plan, and it's been an amazing journey.
So now you're the go-to person when it comes to opening restaurants. You've helping a couple people open up restaurants. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Somehow I figured out. I think the people have figured out how to make me the go-to person, and I'm very humbled for that. Very
But
humbled.
what's the touch you have? What's that Midas touch that you have that you see when it's time to create not only visions for yourself, but visions for other people?
Absolutely. So I think it's the love of things, right? I think you have to have. I think you definitely have to have a love for it, right? I think that's going to always be key is having a love for what you do, having a love for people, and having a love to serve people. And honestly, that's been my key is just having a love for it and staying in prayer. So I pray for my clients. I pray for my friends' businesses just so that I'm making sure that I'm in alignment with God's plan, not just for myself, but for them as well. So I think it's really just the love of it. Love changes things. And so for me, is I love what I do. I love serving. I love helping, and that's what separates it. And that's like that one thing that a lot of people are missing is really loving something, and you'll treat it different when you love it, right?
Right. Because when you love something, you pour everything into that thing.
Absolutely. If I can't fall
So
in love with it, I don't want to do it.
that's right. How did you get from Atlanta to Dallas? What was the motivation to go to Dallas?
Absolutely. So I went to school in Oklahoma. So Dallas was second home for me. That's like 2 hours away from Dallas. And so I met a lot of amazing friends in Dallas, and I started to build houses in Dallas. Way before I had a restaurant, I was building homes in Dallas. And so for me, I wanted the next place to be like my second home. And that's how we came up with Dallas, because I was very familiar with Dallas. I knew Dallas would be a good place to put a restaurant. But again, I had already had one business in Dallas. So it only made sense for me to go ahead and open up another one in Dallas.
And what what was to go to Dallas, create Nouveau there
Mm-hmm.
because you knew people. What makes
Mm-hmm.
that be the standout in Dallas? Like from Atlanta to Dallas, how is Dallas receiving that and what makes it stand out?
So we're absolutely for us, I think Dallas, as far as receiving it, we're still very new, and so we're already like booked out for the weekends in Dallas, right? So I think they've received us pretty well for us to still be brand new. But I also think that we're in one of the largest restaurant meccas there is in the U.S. So that's a plus for us too, because when you think of we're right outside of Dallas, so we're in Addison, and so we're where some of the most known restaurants in the world sits. We sit next to restaurants that do 30, 40 million a year. So for us, it was making sure that we were in the right location, but also creating a vibe and a buzz in an area that's already driven by like people that love food, that love foodies, the bar hops and things like that. So for us, going to Addison was a great deal for us. I think we made the perfect decision. We're definitely going to open up another location somewhere in the city of Dallas, we're thinking, but
Nice.
Addison was definitely the best move for us. We sit next to a lot of amazing restaurants as well.
So we talked about Dallas. We talked about the amazing footprint that you have left in Dallas. Let's talk about what you do as far as philanthropy. You have made a name for yourself when
Yes.
it comes to philanthropy, these grits that give back, the HBCU girl. You are that girl. What made you even start to even go on that side? What made you even do that?
I grew up in church, and so we, of course, would pay tithes and all of that, and understanding, that to me, tithes is part of an investment. Right? You sow a seed, and God waters that seed and plants it to grow into something beautiful. But I also learned at an early age that in order to be really blessed, you have to be able to give. I would grow up and listen all the time to the scripture, much is required, much is given, much is required. And so I understood that whole concept. And I knew that from a little girl, I always liked to give. Before there was any millionaires, any of those things in my life, I was given when I didn't have it. And I think that God trusted me because I gave when I didn't have it. And I gave when I had very little, right? Like I had enough for my life to be comfortable, but not necessarily enough to pour in or give out. And so I understood the assignment very, very early. And it does my heart good to give and understand the not just for the blessings that comes behind it, but to know that you're helping somebody else. So for me, when people see all of the philanthropy that I do it from my whole heart. Like if I'm not doing and giving back, there's a void there. And I can always tell like when I feel like I haven't done enough because I feel a certain way. Like my spirit, my soul like won't let me be at peace. Like Ebony, we need to do this. And so for me is, making sure that I'm doing what I'm here and called to do because ultimately the plan is bigger than all of us. It's to show God's grace, God's favor, and God's mercy. And so the only way we do that is through giving and getting people to want to have a relationship with God. I'm just happy he uses me as a vessel.
That's amazing. Why HBCUs? Of course, we know that they're one of the most important institutions for our community, but what was it that made you go to HBCUs?
Listen, I went to a HBCU to get away from my parents. Let me just be very honest,
Just
right?
be
I went to
clear.
get away. I wanted to get away. My mother had me in church 6 days a week. I wanted to get out and see what life looked like outside of those four walls. Loved God, but I wanted to be able to experience, life without going to church 6 days out the week. And so when I went to Langston, I'll never forget it. The first day I got there, my mother, when they left, I cried. I wanted to go home. I cried. And honey, when I got on that yard and I saw all of these fine, black, intelligent men, I was like, yes, God, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. But it taught me so much. It helped me build my character. It helped me define who Ebony Akira really was. It also taught me how to pour into people that's on the exact same level as you are, right? And so we used to literally make dinners and sell them. And we literally had canned goods. Like we were learning, we were figuring out the hustle, the grit, the grind. And it also built character. So I think that all things great comes from HBCUs. I think they're some of the most amazing young talent there. So I will always pour into HBCUs, always. A lot of dope people come from HBCUs. It's an amazing experience. I'm telling you, it taught me how to date. It taught me how to fail and come back. My first year, I failed my entire first year in school because I partied. I told y'all I was used to going to church every day. So when I got to school, I failed every class there was. I failed it.
Every last
And
one.
not because I didn't try. I just didn't show up. I was partying.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience another life. And thank God that he gave me another chance, a second chance to get it together, get my grades up, and show who I really was. When I say HBCUs, Langston taught me character. It literally taught me how to be the person I am today.
That. So since you brought up love, let's talk a little bit about love. You say it taught you how to love. How did it teach you how to love? And let's talk about your love experience now, being an entrepreneur in everything, and how strenuous that could be if you're in a relationship or even trying to get into a relationship.
You know, I love love, right? I'm probably one of the most I love relationships. I was in a relationship that ended up turning into an amazing friendship, amazing partnership. We were together for 14 years, and we built some amazing things together, right? And we still have an amazing friendship. I mean, literally, it just ended. This is still really, really new. So for me, it was, I thought that that would have been my husband, right? But I also knew that we started off young. We started off building together young. And so sometimes you grow apart. And growing apart doesn't mean you kill the friendship. You can still have that friendship. And we figured out a way to still do amazing business, to still be friends. And, we're enjoying each other's life. Like he lives his life on this side, I live mine on this side of the bridge. And so I'm now in a space where I'm just figuring out what Ebony wants. Because when you're in a relationship, you cater to your person. And so
Absolutely.
imagine for 14, 15 years, you catering to one individual, right? You lose yourself. And so I'm grateful that I'm now figuring out who I am all over again, right? Because it's one thing to be focused and dedicated to work, right? We all want that. And I've always been that, even in relationships. But when time to come home, you lose track of like, okay, well, Ebony like peach cobbler too. And
That's
Ebony
right.
might want a cheeseburger
Yes.
versus salmon today. Like, what are
Yes.
we doing?
Right.
And so now I get to eat pizza every night if that's what I want, because I don't have to come home and cook for nobody. Right. I get to chill out and hang out with my friends. And so that side of things is amazing. But now I'm feel like I'm ready all over again, right? I want that because I'm used to it. I'm excited about the dates that'll come. I'm excited to see what's next. What's this next chapter? And now I know what I want, though. I'm 1,000% certain of what I want and what I do not want. And I'm sticking by it. Like there's no in the middle, there's no in between. This is what I require. If you do not meet these requirements, it's been real, it's been nice. I'll see you on the other side of something. So before I wasn't certain of what all I wanted, right? I was young. I wanted to be committed. I wanted all of the things that I didn't know that I needed.
Yes. Yes. And it's
And
such a
now I
big
know what I
deal.
want and need.
It is so important. And most times people don't get to realize what they want until after they've been in a relationship and found out. The thing that I do in my coaching
Absolutely.
is to teach people before you even go outside, you need to know what it is that you want. Because if not, you're trying to figure it out while you're already in the relationship, and you're figuring out, well, I don't like this, but I do like this, but this is not going to work for my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. So now
Mm-hmm.
you get to start over and be like, okay, I know what it is that I want. I get to shop now from the list of things. I know my size, I know my shape, I know what fits me, I know what's good for me. And now I get to shop with the knowledge of knowing who Ebony is. And it's going to be so different when you start to shop
Listen,
from that perspective.
listen, I already know. Rule number one, no baby mama drama. Absolutely not.
Baby,
Like
listen.
I know exactly. That's rule number one. That's the first requirement. I need to know what the situation is. Before I even enter the chat, I want to know, what does it look like? I refuse to do this all over again. So now I'm certain about what I want. I'm 1,000% sure of what I'm not dealing with. And so I think that that comes with growth, right? You have to have been in
Yes.
the relationship
Yes.
to really understand what it is that you want and not what it is that he wants.
Right.
Right. So I've learned to choose me first this time around. And I'm choosing me first in the next relationship that I'm in. 1,000%.
I love it. And you should, because if you don't give them a blueprint to choose you and how to choose you. So when you choose you first, you're setting the blueprint to give to them on how to choose Ebony, on how to do the things that Ebony needs for her to be able to return the love back to you. It's a poor situation.
Absolutely. 1,000%. If I want to chill and eat ice cream, and I need you to be ready to chill and eat ice cream, right? If I want to go to
No,
Shake
that's
Shack,
right.
I want you to be ready. Like, no. Mm-mm. But I want a person to build with too, though.
Yes, absolutely. They have to know who you are and
Yeah,
what you're doing. They have to.
absolutely. Yeah, and they have to love God. Those are requirements for me. Like, those are my non negotiables. You have to love God, and you have to understand that if we're gonna build together, just as committed as I am, you have to be committed, because I don't want just a relationship. I'm looking for the relationship, the partnership, and God to lead both.
Awesome. That's lovely. So listen, you doing everything. How do you balance your personal life? How do you unplug? How do you recharge when you've saved the world and put every restaurant in the, up that you could? You've given everything you could. You've gritted up every situation that you could do. How does Ebony balance her life? How does she unplug? What does that look like?
You know what? I'm a spa girl. I'm a spa and a mall girl all day long. But I have the most amazing group of friends. When I'm tired and I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna take a second, and they like, no, we don't have a second. We gonna keep moving. And we vacation together. We pray together. We hold each other up in prayer. And so those things are important. Is having that solid foundation, because everybody, we're human, right? We all have a moment where we like, okay, all right, what's next? What we doing? Do I
Yeah.
pause for a second? But I have the most amazing group of friends, and believe it or not, I have a really, really great team. And I'm really close with my team. At both locations, I'm very close. I'm learning Dallas team, but I'm very close with my team, and I try to make sure that I include them in my personal life as well, so it don't just feel like business. But when I'm gritted out and I need that balance, me and my friends will go on vacation, we'll go hang out, we'll do a game night, we'll do a kickback, like, and we just have a good time. Like, I enjoy good times with good people,
Yeah.
and that's what like recharge my battery up. And I meditate a lot too,
Meditation is good.
and
Spa
prayer.
meditation and good people around you. That is so important. Speaking of the
Listen, I
type of,
got a spot in my house.
I'm hating. I make a spa day, but I'm gonna
I
make
got a
sure the
spot
next year
in
I'm
my
getting a spa.
house. Come
Listen,
on. I
I
got a
gotta come
spa,
get
the sauna, the pool. Yes, ma'am.
Ebony.
Come on.
Quit playing with me because
Come
I'll be over
on.
talking about Ebony. Look, I need a day. I need a day, girl. I just need
Come
one
on.
day. Just one
Please come
day.
on. Come on. I'm
Okay,
telling
y'all
you, it
heard it now.
works. It works. I put that,
Y'all heard it.
it
Y'all heard
works.
it.
Come on.
I love it. So we were talking about relationships, but I want to talk about in all aspects. We talk about the company you keep, like in business and romance and personal. How do you decide who belongs in that circle?
You know what? I had to learn the hard way. I tell people all the time, God has to show me things that are really huge, right? For me to understand it, because I love hard. And I'm a very loyal person. I'm a Virgo, so I'm loyal by nature, right? And so I'm one of those people that I forgive way too many times. And so God has to put me in a place where, Ebony, enough is enough. And so I was in friendships that I thought were great friendships until I met real friends, and it showed me what real friendship looked like. So, and now that I know, because when you don't really know better, it's impossible to do better.
Yeah.
So now that I know what real friendship looks like, right? I understand it now. I understand what real relationships look like. So now when it don't fit the requirements, when your resume don't match mine and there's nothing we have in common, and we don't have the same beliefs, I'm automatically X'd out. Like, you don't even have to fire me. I'm quitting automatically, because
I will
it's
give
just
you,
not in alignment.
yeah, I will leave it. You
And I
don't
had
worry
to
about
learn
letting
that the
me
hard
go
way.
because people will show you who they are. And sometimes we are fixers. Our heart won't allow us to leave when we're supposed to leave. And we'll just keep on trying to fix things and fix things and fix things. And it starts to damage us. And you get to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to keep doing this same thing. I'm not.
Now, when they show you, you better believe them. Because when they show you, whoever they show you they are, that's who they are. You better believe it. I'm telling you, I went through the most with it. And I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, I was there for this person. And you have to recheck yourself as a friend. Like,
Yeah.
was I a good friend?
Right.
Did I do all the things that I could have done? And so
Right.
now I understand and I pray when I'm letting somebody into my life.
Yeah.
Hey, God, is this the right person? Because I don't want to keep making the same mistakes on deciding who should enter and who life I should enter, right?
And
Because I'm not
absolutely.
everybody's cup of tea neither, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I'm entering the right house too. I don't want to go to your neighbor house. I want to make sure that I'm in the right place at the right time. So yeah, that was my hardest thing. Honestly, that was really hard for me. Really hard.
You learn, you live,
Yeah.
you learn, and you do better.
Yes. But I have an amazing group of friends now, though. They're amazing.
You can tell by the way you move, the glow on your face, the way people are around you, that the people around you are good people, because that shows up in how you are as well. It really does show up.
Yeah.
So one,
Friendships don't come with a dollar amount. I tell people all the time, if you go off of, if I'm a millionaire, all my friends have to be a millionaire, then you in the wrong circle anyway. It shouldn't be based on a dollar amount. It has to be based on the heart,
that's right.
the intentions, the passion. Like, so for me, I'm very careful of how I decide again whose chat I'm entering and who's entering mine, just to make
Right.
sure that we're in alignment, and that should never be based off of a dollar amount ever.
That before we leave this interview, I want you to give the Power 25 moguls, people who are coming up, a letter to what they should do to be successful in their business.
I think that the first thing you have to do is to believe in yourself, to know that there are going to be hard times that are going to come. Believe in yourself to know that failure is not really failure, it's lessons that you're going to learn in business. I think you have to believe in yourself to know that you're going to have places where you're going to have to rehire new people, right? You're going to have to build a team. But believe in yourself to know that it always get greater later. It doesn't always mean that the beginning is easy, but it does mean that at the ending of whatever journey you're taking, that it gets a lot easier. The load starts to become a little bit lighter than what it started. But I also want you to believe in yourself to know that you're changing generations to come. And that this journey is definitely not about you. Keep God first, love people, stay true to who you are. Don't ever let a dollar amount change who you are, the core of who you are. Stay true. People can always identify the real. They will always know when it gets fake. So stay true to yourself. Stay true to your hustle. Stay true to your grit. And never underestimate the power of believing in yourself. And thank you for being a girl's girl, though. You are really, really, really the true definition of a girl's girl.
Other people here who are not here for us, but of course I want to say thank you all very much for coming and showing up for my labor of love, which is love of my God.